B&K anyway, so playing in the neutral with this composition just sounds miserable for B&K.
It does.
How does Zyra ever get it like Ambition does every day?
A great moment, as we do see Raptor trying to take this. Might be a little bit of a smite fight here, but look at that. Carrier advantage on the roam.
Yeah, Grasping Roots going down there. Good smite there from Raptor as well.
Oh, he's 6 now.
Yeah.
That's actually quite nice, but look at that top lane Zeus.
This is the problem. Man advantage certainly going to be there for T1 as Zeus does come down. That is a lot of damage from Raptor here, and now the headbutt pole, but great buffer from Faker. Still, B&K, they take control of these grubs, and they'll have them.
That's with B&K looking kind of clean with it. Little bit surprised here, Atlas. Actually,
very impressed with Raptor.
Yeah, actually, really nicely played Herald Contester. I think one of the big things was we're not meant to know these things. This does mean that T1 actually gets really nice lead. Faker does have the buffer.
Yeah, is he actually going to be able to find it though? The buster shot's beautiful there. I don't think Faker could have played this.
Yeah, it's
just made his way over.
That's fine.
Yep. And there we go. That should be 6 grubs going over to B&K, which is fantastic when you're against Fox Harrison recently. And is he still underwater?
He's doing a lot better. I actually played some Swarm games with him before going to work.
Swan games? What's that?
Swarm. The
Swarm games. I thought you said Swan games. I'm like, are they like duck games? Okay, here goes the arrow. Grasping Roots connects, and there's your first blood, and it goes to Duro.
Well earned, not what you want.
I'm very sad that I started off the first blood of this series with talking about Swan games that didn't even exist.
Well, there's a lot of flooding happening. I understand the fact that you'd be thinking about Swans Atlas.
Yeah, there we go.
Duro, though, nicely done. Good setup. One of the big weaknesses of the Ivan is that once you do get on top of him, which can be very tough, there is
this outer turret on the bottom side of the map, so that is going to be first turret blood going over to T1. So certainly good, but the trade is actually just everything as far as the neutral objectives so far this game. The Dragon also going to be taken here though, so T1 are going to finally get their first one. Faker just clearing out this Krug camp, and Duro well and truly behind enemy lines. Faker going to look to pick up this wave as now Closer goes in, doesn't find the big one. But Raptor's still going to be able to throw this one down, and if they manage to take this inner turret, that is a huge influx of gold for this team. As Duro, he's still going to go for it, looks to get the charge, as he's a very tanky boy, and he does, of course, have the unbreakable will, so he was going to be fine. This is pretty proactive, and they've got 6 grubs, remember. This should be taken down, as there's the other teleport coming on in here. Faker going to make his way over. Zeus gets on down here, but Clear will be able to secure this turret. Can they keep themselves alive, though, is the question. Is Faker looking to try and get out, but the Valkyrie's going to be there. Closer's still looking for more as, the Root Caller comes in. That's going to stop the aggression. But B&K, they are not taking this lying down. It's about, like, he hit them.
Okay, fair enough. Still,
all right, he needs to be a little bit careful here, maybe a lot of bit careful, as he takes most of his health bars. Okay, there's the Soul of Fleb. That's also not really going to do too much, and like you say, the grubs certainly explodes, and Duro is now going to look for Faker. There's a headbutt. Pulverize as well. Once again, there's unfortunately not a lot of people there, but they still get the flash. Good sidestep from Clear. Avoids Carrier as well. B&K just have the answers today.
They just look good individually as well. Like,
look at this. Getting the push, the full 4 collapse into the mid lane. They'll take this in a turret as well. Out rotating. This was not on my bingo. What about trading it for Baron? Teleport does come in here.
Yeah, with Zyra?
I mean, they have Leandris.
Yeah, you can. They gotta be sneaky about it, and I think they would have already had to pull the trigger. Now the rotation for T1 is really easy, and it's T1. I don't think you're gonna catch them off guard. Are gonna spot it now. Do know this is going on as Duro.
Arrow is going to pierce on through, but now Duro could be in a whole lot of trouble. He has to flash as he takes Carrier with him. Solar Flare doesn't do too much, but now Clear has found the back line. There goes Carrier as kill number 1. True Shot Barrage splits the middle of the fight. They have lost a lot of health bars. Headbutt polarized, and Gumayushi, he's too far forward. And now Clear wants even more. He's flashing in the Strangled Thorns, and there's the double kill for Closer. I mean, I didn't...
Tries to get the catch on a Tristana.
Right?
This is still very risky. I want to reiterate, this is a very big Jace.
Oh, Clear blocking.
That's big.
The shot blast. That was beautiful. Yeah, this is just secured. B&K going from good to
was
the jungle, right? And the fact that, you know, you see Willer and Challenger and it's not necessarily any better, and you're wondering, is arrows going to connect once again? And like, what is this? Targeted arrows? That's insane. All right, they're going to grab another inner turret. This Rebel Baron power play is starting to get completely out of control. We're moving towards a 6,000 gold lead. There's a solar flare that's going to connect as... Yeah.
Most likely by the time that you actually are going to be forced to fight for Drake, you're looking at 3 items at least.
Oh, there's a headbutt pole as Carrier possibly caught out, does have to flash. That is going to be an offensive tool now taken away from the Leona. Could be important.
TP as well. Look at the flank from Clear. They don't know about this Aatrox.
Well, Duro going to get in there first as there's Clear, finally discovered. Carrier does have the Eclipse available, but Clear's got a World Ender, and he has got a right to use it. He's going to be able to take down the Leona now as B&K, they just have all of the control. The arrow is going to be avoided by the Arcane Shift. Nicely done.
We'll have to see if they can actually make that happen. Look at the power spikes. Right?
Oh, it's huge. And Closer, I don't think I've seen him this large in a game so far this season. As
maybe not even
trying to stay out of vision. Closer is now on vision completely. Duro going to get spotted here. This Baron is going down so incredibly low. Carrier gets into the pit. He'll have some vision there. The health bars are going low. Ona, can he get in there? The answer is no. The Stranglethorns gets the knockups as well as Carrier thrown around like a ragdoll. Faker dives in now. They're looking for the last-ditch effort. As Clear has found Ona, he dives on top of Faker and executes him. Zeus now trying to do what he can, but it is over. It is done. They'll take the Baron. They'll take the team fight. And by goodness, they're going to take the game.
In B&K, we were watching. We're holding our breaths, Atlas, because we were like, there's no way. There's no way, right? That even a game win would be colossal for this team. And you look at the screen. It's not even close.
It's not. And it's beautifully executed. It's wonderfully played here from B&K as well. Maybe this is the start of their resurgence right at the end of the first round robin of Summer. There goes the Nexus. It's only one game, but this is a team that was at the very bottom of the standings, 9th place, to then taking a game off.
The Yone fits much worse than the Jace did in the style of composition. You can try and play, you know, aggressively.
Anything that happened by his opposition, right? Like, he wasn't the kind of person that would seem nervous ever. As that was a nice sidestep there on the piercing light as Faker's going to miss the rocket jump, then does get the reset and gets out, but still not exactly the greatest of situations.
Oh,
here as they're playing.
looking.
Yeah, he's looking for the option. See whether he gets there as there's the grasping roots, but Faker does make his way out. Turret shot going to land as now Duro really far up in this lane. Gonna get stunned up there as well. The door is going to come down, but
Horizon should be able to play big on that as Duro might be in some trouble here.
yeah, Carrier's going to turn up. Some plans coming down here as well, and yes, no flash means no life anymore, and that is first blood going over to Faker. A much better start. They're in the bottom lane really early. Because that's where Ziggs kind of started. It's where Showmaker recently played him.
Thanks, APA.
How it all goes, exactly right. As all right, now we're all just piling in on top of Raptor. Can he get the buttons off? The answer is absolutely not. As now the Culling's coming in. Carrier so low, Faker also so low. Duro so slow though. And he's not going to be able to catch up to them. He might just be lying on the floor as well, and Ona's going to pick it up with the explosion of the Trigger Seed. T1 just kind of toying them with them.
Specifically, unless it's on top of her, makes it really, really tough as, yeah, I don't think Zeus is the target you guys are looking for.
Yeah, he's going to unbind the soul. Look for an angle here as Clear does get rid of the minions quite effectively. And Closer just doing his very best to try and hold onto this turret as Faker goes in. There's the bust shot, and there is the kill. Just stacks up the explosive charge and nowhere for Closer to go. That's 4-0. It's just a complete... Also, a lot of tools available.
Yeah, it's Blade of the Rune King Dungan for Faker. He has Owner with him as well. His mid lane turret is not long for the World Atlas.
And Closer may not be either, as there's the root caller. Goomba Stomp does come on down here, and that's another stack up. And that is just Faker killing him one more time. With the help of Owner, they'll be able to take out this outer turret as well. And everything's just on fire for B&K. It was joy. It was beautiful.
Realistically, looking at the draft, I think that T1 should have a lot of power, and this time around they're playing like it.
Worldender going to be employed here by Clear. Looks to clear out the wave as well, as now Ona's going to turn up at the same time. There are no minions left as he does flash on over, but there's the ulti from Zeus. There is the cleanup. They do manage to collect that kill as now Raptor not finding any... Not going to be going down just yet. Ran out of minions momentarily, but getting the flash out of closer, this is very dangerous times. Raptor just trying to exist in his jungle. As, all right, Stranglethorn's going to come in. That's going to get a flash out. That is good news. This is not good news, though, because Zeus has his soul unbound and just destroys closer. That's a solo kill. That's 0-3 now for the Lucian. All over the place. I actually kind of miss living near the Han River, where I used to be able to like walk past and just see just how ridiculously overflowed it is.
I kind of want to see the actual river. That's
get that as much.
The rain on the, you know, the romantic scene in the rain.
Yeah.
No, it's just drizzle.
But what about this teleport? This could be an option here. As
double TP
Zeus is going to make it happen. Yeah, double TP does come on in. Zeus is going to be ulting around for a little bit, buying as much time as he can as the rest of his team head toward the Baron. And yeah, Zeus might even be able to die on his own terms here on this one as well, as he does unbind. He's doing some tricky stuff, but the Infernal Chains will come on down, and there's the slam dunk. So they take the top laner. Raptor wanting to try and get in here. I don't know whether he's going to be able to, though. And Faker is going to be able to kill him in the meantime. Duro looking to flash away, but that is a reset on that rocket jump, and Faker's going to find even more. That's the double. They'll take a Baron to boot, and yes, B&K do manage to get their first kill of the game, but it's in trade for probably a Nexus after all things are said and done. As Carrier puts up the door, and B&K desperately just trying to hold off these Baron minions. There are brushes everywhere, and this is what this comp does so incredibly well. Henna is going to get chunked out. Solar Flare is going to connect. There's the Mega Inferno Bomb doing a fair bit of work, and they're going for the re-engage. Can they find it as Clear, the one that managed to get a kill, is going to try and end the world, but unfortunately it's his that ends instead. And T1 getting a bunch of extra exit kills here as well. Zeus does fall down, so it is a 2-for-1 trade. Daisy also going to suffer her demise, but T1's still going to be able to get their prize. That is going to be the inner turret on the bottom side of the map, and they might be able to get even more. As I apologize for the rhyme halfway through there. It was not my intent, I promise.
I didn't even notice it, Atlas.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Being enamored by what is happening right in front of us on enough stats to actually take him down is, oh, but I don't know how they got here, but it's not good, Atlas!
We're out of the replay, into the fire, and Gumayushi throwing through these Mystic shots. They might get Daisy. There you go, Clear, looking for a flank angle. This is a bit weird, to be perfectly honest, because we're Alcove gaming, and now Gumayushi is in a little bit of, no, Clear's in a lot of bit of trouble. And there's an ulti from Zeus. He dives in. They're able to take down Raptor. And now Faker, he just kills all of them. He gets a triple. Guma's going to grab a double. It's a full house. Faker's full of Gumas, and they'll now move towards the enemy base and probably end this game.
Yeah, safe bet, Atlas. The super minions are knocking at the door, and T1 says, okay, yeah, we can help you out with that one.
Yeah, I think it's time to stop messing around. Let's go to game 3 and really throw down in this one. There goes the Nexus. T1, a swift turnaround after what was a disappointing first game, and back to business as usual.
So it makes sense in that regard. And you have double Enchanter, which double Enchanter, double AD carry is very fun to play into. A single one is, oh, Duro.
Yeah, this is looking a little bit dicey, but Gumayushi has to get over the wall and doesn't have very much mana left.
Wait, Duro's healed. He's vibing.
Yeah.
Well, okay, Henna's not vibing. I take it back.
Well, does now use the heal as Ona comes on in. There's the root caller, and oh dear. Duro. Very, very low Trusha Barrage. Splits them up, but they are still alive.
They don't have that much damage. That's
man, I'm
kind of
actually looking for a gank on that top side. Exactly. As Zeus looking to go all out, does pull them underneath the turret, loses a bunch of his tankiness though, and Henna doesn't really want to be tanking this turret. And as you can see there, if he got hit again, he would have been very, very dead. As Stranglethorns comes in, Zeus is going to avoid it, but no one's really... Continues in this bottom lane. Duro, your turret is very low, and then you're going to find yourself kind of by yourself against 2 people. And so he is going to realize that, and he will vacate. 6 grubs going over to B&K though, in trade for the dragon that is going to be picked up on the other side by Ona. First dragon coming on in. Daisy alongside Ivan going to be able to take that one down. So B&K, they want to be able to take down. Well, we did see that Faker in a bit of a long lane, but we're going to focus our attention elsewhere as the Ram comes out. T1 getting knocked around a little bit, but the same treatment actually going over to the side of B&K is now Clear looking to jump after Faker. It is a Yordle battle, and he smacks him out of the air. Man, it was like he was playing volleyball, just throws him against the wall.
Pretty consistently. This is again a composition for T1. Once you start losing, recapturing control of the map is really tough. You don't have, outside of Zeus, anyone that can face check, and you want to aim in a side lane, so it's not like you have a jungler or a support, which has a lot easier time.
The lead for B&K. T1 going to move over and start off this dragon, and it looks like B&K not going to be able to answer it. Just not enough control in that river. We'll give that one up. That's going to be 2 dragons to nothing in favor of T1.
We'll see what dragon it ends up being. Actually, one of the games where the Camtexo was unironically really good. You have the heal on one end.
True. Working out very, very well as now a teleport in. Closer making his way forward. Teleporting in answer here from Zeus as well. Wanting to get himself over because of the investment put in here by B&K. Now let's see whether they do successfully get this charge to work out. The charge is definitely coming in. It's just whether they can keep themselves alive. Dawning Shadow, decent amount of work here getting done as they take down the Cassante. The turret's also dead. The Wallop not going to connect, but B&K, this is the kind of tempo, this is the kind of gusto that we saw in Game 1.
Don't have TPs. Zeus used his flash in that play as well. They used a lot of ultimates. I don't think they have the damage though. Crucially, Closer wasn't there. So it is just Raptor as well as Hannah. Hannah also going for an actual AD build, by the way. Kraken Slayer, not the lethality weapon, but they're going to keep going.
Yeah, they're still on it. They're still on it. Let's see whether Ona can actually get in there. He dives into the pit, but it's going to be secured by Raptor. They take down the other tree as well as now you've got Clear diving on top, and B&K, I guess they took a vacation for game number 2 because they are back here and they are ready to play for game 3. How is it refreshing what happened in game number 2? I don't know, but it obviously was because they're taking an inner turret. They just got a Baron. It's 4-0. What?
It's, you know when a movie gets so bad that you can't help but laugh? That's B&K. Like, Owner not hitting that smite is definitely not not the problem with the whole sequence of events here for T1. Game number 2 rather. This doesn't really feel.
Oh, the Stranglethorns is going to connect here as now Faker has to rocket jump out, but wasn't able to buffer that one. Still, he is going to keep himself alive. True Shot Barrage doing a fair bit of work here as Daisy's going to go down. Henna has to flash. In the meantime, Clear is just destroying an inner turret. Duro is there with him as well. Not entirely sure why. He was just wandering around. Moving over, and maybe it's not as much of an issue because this Baron can be 2-manned, I think. As Stranglethorns comes in, there are so many seeds in there. It's going down so fast. The Ram is going to get the knock-up. It might be another 50-50 is Clear. The Gnar bar is stacking, but the health bar isn't. Still, he makes it to a brush. The Baron is going to be secured. There is a snare on top of Zeus, but he still manages to make his way out. The Mega Gnar does come in. That's the Root Caller connecting, and that's going to buy them some space. So all 5 alive, but the Baron is not. They'll take an outer turret, for their trouble. And I think being over to if they would like, and Clear says no, because I don't need to kill a dragon if I kill a Nexus instead. And now everyone's going back. If B&K wanted to, they could head over and take that dragon if they'd like to, and it's a Nexus turret potentially. No, the minion wave is going to stop it, but it's mid lane inhibitor turret as well. This rotation is gorgeous from B&K.
B&K, no, they don't need the dragon. It's not necessary, Atlas. You want to get those base structures. Top lane inhib already down. That's going to make the dragon.
That they don't get any of the global gold.
Yeah, that's true. They might get this dragon as well. So if there is an angle where T1 win, it does come off of them getting mountain.
And that's going to be bounty gold as well, so that's going to keep things a little bit more even. By Clear, his teleport is up, and I think Zeus may have actually snuck around. True Shot Barrage is going to miss, and can he find the all-out angle? He flashes! He does not find it! The redemption comes in as well. There's the all-out we were talking about, but it's on to Duro. He's so incredibly tanky. Carrier, not so much, and Raptor just blows him up! and the rest of T1 are now split. They fanned out. They're going to give up their inhibitor. An inhibitor turret is already being taken down because Clear set that one up earlier. And that's going to be all of the inhibs down. I think Fearex may have done it.
Atlas, it's happening. BNK are going to get the upset win. We're in game number 3, T1. The loss against Halma, that was one thing. But there's something else entirely. Duro is TPing in.
This could be it. The resurgence for BNK. Clear smacks them both into their nexus. And now Gumayushi is going to go for it, but he's not going to be able to find the angle. There goes the nexus.
These were some of the best highlights from the 2024 LCK Summer Split matchup between Gen.G and NS.
Yeah, the Keen test is very tough. Even for our most experienced top laners, we see them struggle very often.
Every year they upgrade it as well. The questions get harder. It's really difficult.
Hey, there were a couple of years where it was a little bit easier, okay?
That's true.
I blame Afrika for that one.
There's a double pulverized. Jiwoo getting taken down very, very low. It is going to be first blood going over to the cow, so Guga collects that as Lehens does go down.
It really speaks to his play individually. Actually been able to find great pathing here, and I die.
Yeah, is that a caster curse, or is that just a... Yeah, I think that might be. That is going to be Chovy picking up a kill onto the brand. Oh, no!
So mean.
That is so rude!
It was the summer of KT.
Yeah.
And a large part of that was the fact that Eamon was playing a lot of Ezreal.
Originally, but of course then just decided to do it on everything. As Calyx is in trouble, he is just going to explode, and Chovy, that's a solo kill.
Oh, the tragedy there is it's the kill that Chovy got onto Sylvie that actually kills him.
Yeah, the double.
It's the rep buff that ends up being the big difference maker. We're already starting to see some struggles, and Nongshim, again, the only team standing between Gen.G and a perfect round robin. And right now, the laning phase already looking a bit iffy.
Do you know what's interesting? Gen.G are going to move to 18 games in a row if they do manage to break the record. But at the same time, okay, I'll hold that thought for a moment here as True Barrage does so much damage to Jiwoo, who's lit on fire as well. Lehens is still looking for it, wants to give the kill over to Paze, and he will. There's the fadeaway ignite as Lehens is drinking the potion, and it's not going to be enough. Of course, the Eclipse not going to do anything against that. So a 1-for-1 once again. I do, yeah. Why, I don't. It wasn't about me though, was it?
No, I just want to give you some credit.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, we have time. Oh, all that's happening.
That is very true. And there are some Nars being thrown, and that is going to be 5-1. So denying Chovy a whole bunch of grubs.
Look at Lehens' build. Oh, it was just free ruby crystals.
He just has a lot of ruby crystals. Yeah. Even with one of them removed. And oh god, we have one of the saddest days when it comes to dragons. 3 of the least damagey. Of course, Cloud is just the best, but it doesn't help you do more damage, just helps you move more fast. As Zenith Blade does bring Lehens in, finds 2 with the Solar Flare as well, and now Keen is running amok. He is taking a lot of damage. He will be taken down to the Ren. True Shot Barrage onto 3, and so it's a 1-for-1. But now there's also this turret getting taken down exceptionally low. Headbutt Pulverize comes in. Lehens actually taxiing to Jiwoo here, as the turret still hasn't gone down. Yeah. Lehens still, he should be very dead, as the Eclipse keeps him alive for a long time. But that actually may have, oh no, wasn't enough to buy them time to get the first turret blood. I thought that maybe it was going to work out. As Trophy, where did your lane opponent go?
Yeah, this much value. But realistically, knows he's dead as Keen might die again.
He could certainly be in a whole host of trouble, and there it is. There's the flash over. Mihail's going to be able to grab that kill with the help of his jungler.
We've seen, and we saw this to the very much the detriment of T1 today, that, and even historically in the LCK, feeling overconfident when you're facing an opponent that's so much weaker than you can actually... He does have 180 CS at 15.5 minutes. That's...
Yeah. It's always weird when Gen.G are in the second series, because I feel like you get into a rhythm of what CS numbers are supposed to look like over a day.
And Nihal doesn't die here, because if you lose an inner this early on, it's a classic Gen.G play to really build that lead, and there we go!
Yeah, they're going to dive in on top of Lehens. He's going to get taken down so incredibly low. That is Pace grabbing the kill. And in a turret then going to be falling down. You mentioned something about this not being necessarily a good thing. What about if they lost every single one of their towers? The outer does get taken on the top side of the map. So there's that.
So I really want to highlight this. This is one of the things that I think makes Gen.G such a cool team. I think about half a level behind.
And actually now moving towards this mid lane as True Shot Barrage is going to go over two of the carries here that were rotating in.
Maybe just flip an Ashe?
Perhaps. Well, Solar Flare is going to connect onto the flashless Brand. Not a lot of follow-up, though, as the Nature's Grasp does come in. Chovy just free-hitting. Pei's doing the same thing. Mihail looking for the backline, but his front line's getting destroyed. Chovy kind of getting sandwiched here as now the rocket jump is going to come in. He flashes after the Callista, and she will be taken out. Wallop avoided. Mihail running for the hills, throwing houses around, but Gen.G aren't too worried about that. This will be the team fight win. Can they find the follow-up kills is the question, though, as Pei's, he wants to get, and there is the Mystic Shot. Now Mihail is mini-nah, he's just going to die. That's going to be the ace. And Gen.G not looking like they're going to be losing here in game number 1.
Like, look at how much damage Baron is actually doing. Like, Sylvie takes a huge chunk.
Jiwoo took half of his health.
Yeah, it's actually so tragic. From Keen was good, but I think Gen.G, this wasn't a perfect team fight. A little bit disjointed, a lot invested into a member that wasn't that easy of a kill initially. But I think the 6th man playing a large part there.
Yeah, another Solar Flare comes in. They're all just ganging up on Guga, but he does get a Fade's call. Canyon possibly out of position, but Chovy makes his way in. True Shot Barrage comes down, and oh my goodness, they're just melting! The Brand burnt down the tree like fire is supposed to do, but then his whole team just got wiped out. There is the leap strike over onto Calyx. Jiwoo is trying to do some things here as Lahan's once again lying in the dirt, but there's another counter strike. There is another ace, back to back. And now the last inner turret's going to go down. This game might be nearing its end.
A valiant effort from Nongshim, Atlas, but when all is said and done, we're 25 minutes almost into the game. It's an 8k gold lead, top lane has fallen, and I don't think this game is going to continue for much longer from Pei's, and that's really all they need to win the fight, and then they don't have cooldowns, they don't have people, so Keen says, thank you very much.
Oh, in the meantime, there's a special tree livery into the back line as Lahan's trying to keep himself alive, Canyon doing the same thing, and they will succeed for the moment as they're just throwing people in one after the other. Keen now trying to leap strike out, not actually able to pull off the same miracle that the other two did. As Nongshim, they'll get a pick, and they'll create some space for themselves in this game.
Creating space.
Yeah, that's what I went with.
I like it.
I don't know.
I think they're fighting valiantly, Atlas. I just don't think it matters. I think that unless Sylvie gets the steal of a lifetime here.
4 versus 5, though. We'll see whether Gen.G do go for the turn. They have so much money. The Flash Seer not going to connect there from Sylvie. This time Baron has joined Nongshim and is fighting Chovy here, as you can see, doing a lot of damage. Mihail does have a decent Naba, but doesn't have a lot of health. Now Pei is able to Arcane Shift his way out. True Shot Barrage almost just kills the Brand, and Pei knows that he's out of position, and even the Pillar of Flame's going to miss. That is going to be a solo kill. There's going to be the Baron going down as well. There's a teleport into the top lane. All sorts of things are happening.
It's a formality, Atlas. They're taking Baron. They're TPing top. And Pei says, hey, give me my snack.
Yeah.
I want to get Sylvie.
And that was 4v5 in that moment.
Yeah, it was.
I guess there was some lower health bars and some big wallets.
Chovy and Pei were alive. That's all that Gen.G needs.
Well, there's a flash in from Keen here as well. As I understand Jonah Strong, it's very hard to keep up with this, but the double knockups are pretty good. Keen looking for Jiwoo, but he flashes away now. Pei's chasing after them. Chovy and Canyon are probably going to win the game, but let's have a look down there. Yeah, there it is. True Shot Barrage going to connect. Really nicely done. Well done there from Jonah Strong to catch that kill. And Sylvie has spawned just like Donald Glover, into the room with the pizza. Everything's on fire. It's just not looking great as the Nexus is going to go down, and Gen.G only 1 win away from creating history.
Well, this is, to me, a sign of respect from Gen.G to Nongshim. I don't think that if that game 1 was a complete blowout, they would go Cassandra here. That is, towards the bottom half of the map, is expected to gain a bigger advantage because of the lower resistances. Keen, there might be actually a window here as Mihail
nice little double knockback there as Mihail down to 300. Sylvie's going to move on in though, and they didn't start tanking up this turret as Keen just getting jumped on. He flashes to get himself out of the way, and there is the kill. onto his opposite number, and now Sylvie could be in trouble as well. Oh god, it's just going all wrong. There's the Pillar of Flame to connect. The passive has been unlocked. And yes, Twisted Advance is not really going that direction. It is, it's Twisted Retreat, unfortunately, as Gen.G will put the tree in the ground.
You know, lane swap is so incredibly pivotal, because if Meow is... Oh, okay. Well, I'm just going to keep talking because I think this game is very rapidly going down. And this is...
I'll do a little bit of play-by-play. So what's going to happen on Vision there as the Hawk Shot did come on through. And Canyon, he'll turn up as well. And Nongshim kind of thought that those abilities were aimed at them. They weren't. It was all about just getting as much as they could. As okay, Keen going all out, looking for the angle here against Jiwoo. He's 1 versus 2, by the way, guys. 1 versus 2. The Keen Sante is looking for it. Doesn't find the Q there, though. As now,
have they done it?
Cooldowns are back as now Keen Alcove Gaming, and he's just getting corralled. Oh my goodness, it was close, but it's no cigar. As now Sylvie's going to get flashed on by Pays. One more arrow, and that is going to go into the tree. This is kind of chaos.
Yeah, it really is. That would have been an amazing trade if not for the fact that Keen died in the 1v2 that he definitely didn't need to take. I appreciate the gusto, though, trying to keep this...
It was close-ish. Doing that without Flash, I mean, that is a decision.
Yeah, I think Keen wanted to attack.
Walk actually getting nerfed?
Yeah, not the movement speed, but like the stats. So it's still, in a way, they're nerfing Walk.
Yeah.
And I'd like to think that, you know, we made that happen.
I think
because we identified how good it was.
Precisely. I think not having as many stats makes you more tired when you're in the shoes, though. So I think it's still a bit of a nerf as Lehen's taking a fair bit of damage. Pillar of Flame coming down, though, is... Okay, Lehen's going to be able to block the Nature's Grasp, but then just straight up dies. It is going to be a trade as now Pei's kind of been unlocked. Jiwoo does get over the wall, though. It's 1-for-1. That does mean that the Drake, though, goes over to Gen.G. And Canyon still looking for more. This is not enough. As there's a flash on top of Jiwoo. Doesn't find the Pillar of Flame.
Yeah, opening with Q, so...
That's a move.
Realistically... not a lot of chance, but just the burn of the Faded Ashes already being very annoying here.
Yeah.
It might be in a bit of trouble if the root ends up connecting, which it does.
And Pays really wanted to help try and get this kill, as he is going to move on forward. That is going to be the cleanse used, and now Sylvie did manage to push him into turret range. And that means that that is just a free kill. Canyon going to slurp that one up. 3-0-1 for Pays at this stage of the game, but it's 2-0-4 for Canyon.
80 carry for Gen.G.
Another one, as the Fate Seals have been hard to land so far today, as Lehen's stand beside me is not quite there, but doesn't actually need it, as Canyon looking for 6 scrubs, and he will be able to find them.
Yeah, we also haven't talked yet about the fact Chovy has gone for Grasp, which is the build that we used to see all the time.
Oh,
Still picks it into Scepter.
Oh, God.
Yeah, things are dire. Oh, no. Oh, he doesn't know. Oh. Well, we do have Gugur in the area with heal.
Well, we do have Sylvie in the area without a health bar, I don't think. He is going to flash away, gets the shield here from Gugur. As Canyon moves in, is it just going to be a swap, though, as, oh, God, the Pillar of Flame. That's a lot of damage.
No!
As now Sylvie realizes there's no really other place to go. As he sidesteps, there's the pillar. And now Jiwoo and Pays are fighting one another. It is just both of them going down. I think that benefits Nongshim, right? Like, you go 1-for-1 anytime that happens and you're behind. Or that he keeps everyone in their lane. Ow. Winters by connecting. Yeah, that is a Q with some points into it as well as, yeah, grubs do come down. There's the arrow. That is going to follow up immediately. Gugur just goes down. Sylvie trying to offer some sort of cover fire as now Canyon, he wants to kill the tree. He will be able to find the pillar on top of him. Twisted Advance does come on through, but he's stunned up. That is another kill going to Pays. 6-1-1 on the Ashe, and they're not slowing down. You know, it's necessary, but it's a bit depressing documentaries.
Oh, no.
You know, where you learn something really important, but not something happy. As Pays is going to find Mihail. He needs to hit that Mega Gnar, and he will be able to get there, as you could see. But this is just the rotate around, take as many turrets as you possibly can, augment the coffers. And this game plan has been working out very, very well. Canyon looks for the Pillar of Flame, doesn't find it. As the Mantrid Q does come on forward from Guga as well, as inner turret now under fire. What do they do about it? What can they do about it? Double knockups come in. There's flashes forward as Canyon will get that first one. It's actually Pays as the teleport is interrupted. The Fate Seal did come out.
Hit it!
And Calix, yeah, he's actually going to find one. Doesn't find that Q, and Chovy, he finds the turret, so he's not going to be going down.
Brand on top of that.
Oh?
So maybe they can take Chovy.
Okay.
Oh, he has. Yeah, he doesn't need flash, I guess.
Well, there's a teleport coming in from Keen as well, and so now Nongshim wondering whether they can get this 3 versus 2 happening. As Chovy gets taken down relatively low. Keen still very healthy though, so they do have to be careful.
Oh, look away, Atlas.
All right, Rift Herald going on a run. And is he going to crash, kind of like Lehens did? Looks like the answer's probably no here. As he gets round the dead turret, that has definitely confused a bunch of people in the past. As yes, the Mantrid Q did fly in, but it doesn't do anything at all. And we're going to get another charge where he is going to go. Yep, Canyon is gonna
Lehens!
It's actually the Lehensing. He just does, sorry, Lehens just jumps in and does the Lehens.
But he should die there, okay? Remember,
Yeah,
we had
he did it
the
last time.
funny highlight.
I know, and he's probably still cackling. And I kind of thought that it was, once again, Canyon that dived in, but obviously if they are just going into enemy territory, it was Lehens. And Gen.G, like, Baron isn't on the map yet, and they look like they already have it. You know, as okay, Fate Sealed comes in, grabs 2 of them, as now Pays trying to kite it out, but he's not going to be able to do so. Mihail's going to get stunned up, but he'll have Meganar so quickly, and there is the double stun into the wall. The knockback, and Canyon is going to be taken down, but the Keen Sante is still there, and they're running out of damage. Jiwoo trying to get what he wants done, but oh dear, he gets into range, but so does Jiwoo and locks him down with an ulti. Gen.G overstepping and are finally punished.
The dream is alive, Atlas! Ignore the mid lane!
Yeah, no, like...
Ignore the fact that Chovy wasn't there!
Leave this!
No!
It's not about
away!
it. Yeah, here we go. And as you can see, the victorious Jiwoo pushing forward.
Oh, he is unrelenting. Nongshim never giving up.
Oh, and Lehens missed a cannon. It's all over. And Gen.G, they're just going to start the Baron.
They do have double Leandri and a fat Ashe.
Yeah. And now Sylvie is in position. I guarantee that...
Come on, Sylvie!
Can they actually find it? There's the Nature's Grasp. We've got flashes actually coming on through here. As out goes Calix once again. Mihail, he gets the nod, but he also just goes down. And my God, they get the Baron, but at what cost, Chronicler? As Calix is the last man standing, he's going to have to try and get out of there.
No!
And he'll be interrupted. And Santa Claus just going to give him the thumbs up. I think that gets him at least off the naughty list, but it doesn't allow him to avoid the death chamber.
It's with a flourish, Atlas, but I do think we are about to hit something that's never been done before in the LCK. As Gen.G, this feels like a victory lap.
Here in the LCK.
We really haven't. The fact that Pays is not even... Like, you need to get 2.5 times the kills, and you're still not up to his kill record.
Yeah.
Thanks to that MSI game. What was it, 28 in the end?
Yeah, 28.
So dumb.
And MVP still went to the crank. And
it
you
should
love
have.
to see it as Pillar of Flame comes down. Guga is really dead. Jiwoo also tagged here. Riley's going to slow him down as now Lehens looks for him with the Winter's Bite, gives it the present as it were. And now a teleport is going to deliver the Azir to this bottom lane. They're going to clean up the rest of these inhibitors as they find them. I think only 2 are going to be required. They would like to finish this one off. The minion waves are getting thinner, I guess. Oh, another one conga lining in here towards the bottom side. Nongshim, if they want to stay in this, they're going to have to find some sort of 4v5 miracle here, as Guga is actually already back.
He's only level 10, Atlas!
Yeah, I mean, this death time attack is okay. They go in, pulls back immediately. The Gnar just explodes, though.
Oh,
I think he used the ulti as now Chovy gets a couple of flashes, hunting for the sweep. And now the minions and the rest of Gen.G are just getting to work on these turrets. Oh my goodness, Pays. Every auto just feels like it does a million. Jiwoo also, with these Mystic shots, is starting to hurt. But unfortunately, they're just not in a position where it matters at all. And Lehens is just going to present the door and say thank you very much for the history-making 18 wins in a row in the LCK. No other team
Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.